referred to as Wiley. He is going to be shooting, how many shells are there? Do we know how many there are? There's quite a few. All right, I'm not sure I count, but there's at least 10. And these are very large multi-break shells. As I said earlier, there are going to be many different elements to each shell, lots of color, often ending with what we refer to as a bottom shot. These are all shells that were inspired by the Maltese shells that I was telling you about earlier, and Italian multi-break shells. So here we go, Wiley, good luck, and thank you very much.
That's crazy. That was just one, right?
Very comprehensive shells, very, very complicated to make, really impressive.
For a second, fire department. So we're checking it, but we'll be in the safety zone. Net.
About that one, holy moly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's your favorite one.
Gosh, those are we need to let that guy out. goes another one. On what?
We have a UTV up on top of the hill again, so do not shoot any 12 or 16. Yeah, let's pause shooting, pause shooting, pause shooting. Roger that.
And I guess they know where to go to not run over wires, huh?
Put a little fire out, but wow, Wiley, those are something else. Absolutely beautiful. Ned, do you want to talk a little bit about the style of those shells just for a second and what they are? Or hold on.
In the upper field, there is a opening sensor right there along the sensor. Get up there.
As we're watching those shells, you'll notice that the shell comes out of the mortar. You can see it rising, and then it splits. It separates a little bit. That's the first break opening up, and you'll see small insert fuses come out of there, and then they explode. And then you'll see another break, what we call a second break, and then even a third break, and sometimes a fourth break. These are long. Some of these shells are 8 inches diameter, but they're 6 feet long. And that is because they have multiple shells or multiple breaks within each individual long shell. That's why when it goes up, you'll hear something sort of pop, and then the first break displays its contents. The second break will then display its contents, and then the third break, and then sometimes the bottom shot. Now, on some of those, you'll notice that the bottom shots are going off on the ground. It's safe out there because they're landing in the middle of a horse pasture, but it's not ideal. We don't try to do that. When a bottom shot lands on the ground and goes off, that is a flaw in the shell. And none of us are perfect at this. A lot of us are studying the Italian ways of making shells, studying the Maltese ways of making shells. And so quite often we see the flaws in our own works, whereas somebody who is just enjoying the shell appreciates it, thinks we did a great job. But we'll notice a flaw that we want to tweak and improve for next time. And when those bottom shots are going off on the ground, that is something we will want to improve next time. But essentially what you're seeing, I personally, I've been making fireworks for 35 years. I've never made a shell like we're witnessing here with these tremendously large shells going up successfully, getting out of the mortar successfully, displaying their contents mostly successfully. And those rings of reports, those rings of, which are sometimes called Bera in Malta. And it's B-E-R-A-Q, but it's pronounced Bera. The small reports, the small poupadelles, which are the little color breaks that break in large circular patterns. Those are very, very time-consuming, complex shells. I believe Wes said that in all of the shells he brought, there were 3,500 of those little inserts in the shells that he brought. So a tremendous amount of work, a labor of love. He'll probably go home and tweak and improve on his devices, as we all will. When we watch our devices, we like to improve each incrementally. This is not an easy thing to do. It's a difficult thing to do. But that's one of the challenges that keeps us interested in making fireworks, is that it's not easy. It's challenging. There's a learning curve that can last a lifetime. So truly what you are seeing is something you won't see anywhere else in the country unless you come to a gathering like this. And it's any of us who are watching these, who really know what we're looking at, can truly appreciate the artistry, the craftsmanship, and the effort, to say nothing of the energy and money that goes into these shells. Yeah. There are weeks in each of those shells that's going up in the air. There are weeks of labor. So you can't have much of a life and make fireworks. But no, truly, there are weeks and months and truly a year's worth of effort that we're watching go up in the air. We often say that we work for weeks to make something that is over in 10 seconds. But that's fireworks. We encapsulate weeks of work and energy into a shell in order to entertain. What we have out here right now is 1,000, 2,000 people, something like that, which is what we truly enjoy doing as fireworks artists.
Thanks, Ned. That was awesome. And thanks, Wiley, for that big effort. We still have a couple more shows to go, but unbelievable. Really beautiful, Wiley.
I don't think I've ever seen any like that before. I know, but Wiley. I mean, I've never seen one like that.
We made a couple of them at Paul's. Paul's been working to try to perfect them. And then we were walking around that field looking for Connie's road stuff, and Christy found that little Connie's road. There's like 500 of them in there. What?
Did they have the road blocked off?
No.